Most gardeners assume that cardboard is completely safe for soil, that it's just a neutral organic layer to suppress weeds or retain moisture. That assumption is wrong. Cardboard isn't inert. It often contains adhesives, dyes, and fillers that can leach chemicals into your soil. I've seen it firsthand. Raised beds and backyard plots layered with cardboard can develop slow microbial activity, reduced worm populations, and sometimes even stunted seedling growth. If you've been relying on cardboard thinking it's safe, you might be unintentionally harming your soil's long-term health. Before we dive deeper, hit subscribe. This channel is all about tested, practical strategies for serious gardeners who want better results, not fluff. Why cardboard is not as innocent as it looks. The glues used in corrugated cardboard often contain synthetic resins and polymers, including phenolic or urea-formaldehyde adhesives. These compounds don't just disappear, they break down slowly, releasing small amounts of chemicals into the soil. Some dyes, coatings, and recycled fibers can also contain metals or residues that interfere with soil biology. Over multiple seasons, this can reduce microbial diversity, slow decomposition, and hinder nutrient cycling. In hydroponic systems, even trace chemical residues can affect nutrient solution pH and plant growth. I learned to stop assuming that all cardboard is organic and instead treat it cautiously or avoid it altogether. How to identify safe cardboard if you must use it. If cardboard is unavoidable, for example, to suppress aggressive weeds in a temporary plot, look for plain, brown, uncoated, and undyed sheets. Avoid glossy, printed, or laminated surfaces. Cut away any tape, labels, or colored print. Even then, I only use thin layers, never more than ½ an inch, and I place them over a nutrient-rich base like aged compost to buffer any residual compounds. In raised beds, I hydrate the cardboard before laying it down. This reduces the chance of dry, non-decomposing layers that can suffocate microbes. In hydroponic setups, I avoid cardboard entirely and rely on organic matter teas instead. The impact on soil biology is bigger than you think. When cardboard adhesives break down, the chemical residues can stress beneficial microbes. In small backyard beds, this manifests as slower decomposition of compost, fewer earthworms, and delayed nutrient availability. I've measured soil temperatures and microbial activity using a Reotemp 36-inch Fahrenheit Backyard Pro compost thermometer with digital composting guide, which lets me see how active the soil is beneath cardboard layers. Healthy microbial activity is essential for nitrogen fixation, organic matter breakdown, and root health. Without it, even perfectly fertilized beds can underperform. The link to the thermometer is in the description if you want to replicate this monitoring yourself. There are, honestly, better alternatives to cardboard when it comes to weed suppression and building up your soil. Grass clippings, shredded leaves, straw, and pelletized organic matter, they all tend to outperform cardboard in almost every measurable way. Take grass pellets, for example. They release nitrogen quickly and really energize those microbial populations. Plus they break down evenly. For small beds, I usually spread hydrated grass pellets about 1 to 2 inches thick, and then just lightly cover them with shredded leaves. Now for raised beds, I like to combine compost with a top layer of those hydrated pellets, and then water gently to get that microbial decomposition going. And in hydroponics, grass pellets can actually be fermented into liquid compost teas, which feed plants directly without any risk from adhesives or dyes. Over time, this approach builds soil structure, fertility, and water retention a lot faster than cardboard ever could. Let's talk about how to layer your beds for safety and efficiency. I always treat soil as a multi-layered ecosystem, so start with a base of compost and then apply hydrated organic amendments like grass pellets or shredded leaves. If you do decide to use cardboard, make it a thin buffered layer between your compost and mulch, definitely not a thick blanket right on bare soil. Give everything a light watering to make sure microbial life can access oxygen and moisture. Using a compost thermometer is a smart move too. It lets you check the temperature at different depths, so you know decomposition is active and nothing's stagnating. In my experience, beds layered this way recover their fertility within just a few weeks, whereas beds with thick cardboard layers might take months for the microbes to really bounce back. Timing matters as much as the material. Applying cardboard or organic amendments in late fall or early spring makes a significant difference. Early spring applications energize microbes just as soil temperatures rise, giving your plants a head start. Late fall applications help replenish nutrients over winter. I've seen beds layered with organic pellets and leaves in early spring produce vigorous seedlings within 2 weeks, while cardboard-covered beds barely show microbial activity for the same period. Temperature tracking with a Reotemp thermometer ensures your layers are active and decomposing at the right rate, giving measurable insight into soil health rather than guessing. Common mistakes to avoid. One mistake is using glossy or colored cardboard. Avoid it entirely. Another is applying thick, dry layers without hydration. This can suffocate microbes and prevent decomposition. Over-relying on cardboard for years without testing soil can lead to gradual nutrient depletion. I also caution against assuming all recycled cardboard is safe. Adhesives vary, and even plain brown boxes may contain recycled fibers with contaminants. Always supplement or buffer cardboard with nutrient-rich amendments, and monitor soil health with temperature and moisture readings. How to transition from cardboard safely. If your beds already have cardboard, start by layering organic matter on top. Shredded leaves, compost and grass pellets help buffer any chemical residues and kickstart microbial life. Water to hydrate layers and track decomposition progress with a soil thermometer. Over time, microbes will process any residual adhesives, but it's faster and safer to combine with rich organic amendments. I've done this in both backyard and raised beds, and the difference in plant vigor and soil texture is dramatic after just one season. Sustainability and long-term soil health. The takeaway is clear. Cardboard is not a neutral, risk-free material. Long-term reliance can compromise microbial diversity and soil fertility. Organic alternatives like grass pellets, compost and leaves improve soil rapidly, feed plants naturally, and provide a predictable, measurable impact. Monitoring with tools like the Reotemp 36-inch compost thermometer helps maintain an evidence-based approach to soil health, ensuring your garden thrives without hidden chemical stresses. For gardeners who care about healthy, productive soil, this is a practical, tested approach. Stop assuming cardboard is harmless, layer nutrient-rich amendments properly, hydrate everything, and track microbial activity. The results are stronger roots, faster growth, and soil that maintains fertility season after season. If you want more evidence-driven gardening strategies, subscribe to the channel, share this video with fellow gardeners, and check the link in the description for the Reotemp 36-inch Fahrenheit Backyard Pro compost thermometer with digital composting guide. It's a tool I use daily to monitor soil activity and keep my beds performing at their best.